Hare Krishna. I am Parashuram here. We will study Upanishad Prasthana. Some few 5 to 6 Upanishads we will study. We will start with the ISHAVASHYA Upanishad. Sanatana Dharma of Bharata is based on the Vedanta philosophy, the Sadagamas. What is Vedanta philosophy? Vedanta philosophy is collectively known as the study of Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Pancharatragamas, Itihasas, the history, Ramayana and Mahabharata like that, and Puranas, mythology. What are Sadagamas? Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Pancharatragamas, Itihasas and Puranas are Sadagamas. These are all together called as Sadagamas. The Sadagamas will guide the student of philosophy for God realization, the wonderful path Sadagamas will show. And then, what are triple texts? Normally we will listen triple texts, we will hear triple texts. Brahma Sutras, Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads are together called as triple text. One must study these triple texts. We can listen to Brahma Sutras and Bhagavad Gita lectures in this channel itself as a separate playlist is there. You can find it in the same channel. The interpretation of triple text is made in different angle by different acharyas. Among them, the Advaita class of interpretation of Saint Shankaracharya and Dvaita class of interpretation of Saint Madhwacharya. A philosophy student must study both the class of interpretation if he is really intended to know about Brahman. Then only he can move further in spiritual field. Otherwise it will be one-sided view. So one should know. Even though he may be belonging to one class of Vedic philosophical path, but he should know other path also. Then only he can analyze it, critically analyze it and find out which is best for him in his mind. One should not believe ample of lectures are there, ample of books are there, ample of colleges are there. No, it is not like that. One should go through it, should know, should study both Advaita and Dvaita, then let him choose based on his mind, based on interest. In these classes, let us study some important Upanishads based on Madhwa philosophy, based on Dvaita philosophy. The explanations are based on Sri Madhwa's Dvaita philosophy. We will start with Ishavasya Upanishad. Lord Sri Hari, Brahman, took his avatara, incarnation as Yajna Namaka Paramatma. He incarnated to Akuti, the daughter of Swayambhuva Manu. He became son of Akuti. He incarnated to Akuti as Yajna Namaka Paramatma. The Yajna is the incarnation of Lord Sri Hari, the Brahman itself. The Swayambhuva Manu praised Yajna Namaka Brahman with the mantras of Ishavasya and also other mantras, other Vedic mantras. While praising the Lord Yajna, the Asuras, the demons, attacked Swayambhuva Manu during that period. These all the demons were killed by Yajna Deva, Yajna Namaka Paramatma. The Brahman Yajna has killed those all the demons. This Upanishad is of Shukla Yajurveda and included in Vajrasaneya Samhita. So there are Samhitas are there, different classifications are there. So it is belonging to that. The name Ishavasya itself derives the summary saying of whole mantras of this Upanishads. The Supreme God is all-pervading, independent, supreme and creator, sustainer and annihilator of the universe. One can get detailed explanation in Vishnu Sahasranama commentary, which is also available as separate playlist. Vishnu Sahasranama wonderfully clarifies it, declares, praises the Lord. Summary of this Upanishad is also found in Bhagavata Mahapurana 8.1 and also in Brahmanda Purana. The summary of this Ishavasya Upanishad we can find. Every Upanishad will be identified with sage, Rishi, deity, Devata and Chandas, meters. In this Upanishad, Swayambhuva Manu is the sage, the Rishi, Lord Srihari is the Brahman, in the incarnation as Yajna is the deity, Devata, and Anustuk, etc. are matters, Chandas. The real meaning of this Upanishad will be got only by the help of effective commentary. The commentary of Sri Madhwa Guru is an effective commentary for us. Upanishad ISHAVASHYAMIDAM sarvam yatkincha jagatya jagata tena taktena hunjitaha ma grudaha kasyasvit dhanam. The first mantra of this Upanishad. This whole universe is pervaded by the supreme ruler, the Brahman. This universe is identified with nature, Prakriti, the primordial matter. The primordial matter is identified with bhutas, tanmatras, and other elements. This is in turn identified with Lord Brahman. We find the root, the final root with the Lord Brahman. Because these are all dependent on him, everything is dependent on him. Brahman is independent reality and the universe is dependent reality. Both are real, but one is dependent, another is independent. As we are all living beings are not independent, should be content with what is given by the Supreme Brahman. We are not independent, we are dependent on Supreme Brahman. So whatever he gives to us, that we should be happy. We should not expect anything. Do not expect anything from anyone else. All others are also dependent on Brahman, we should know. Others are not being owners of anything, cannot grant our desires. Other than Brahman, no one else can grant our desires. The word Ishavashyam is to be separated as two words, Ishasya Avasyam. This whole universe is fit to be the dwelling place of Supreme God. It cannot function without His presence. As the universe is itself a dead matter, cannot function independently. The Supreme Lord's presence within the universe is essential. Like that, even infinite souls also cannot function independently. Souls also need the presence of Supreme Lord within them. The universe is the expansion of Prakriti, the primordial matter. Prakriti, the original, contains three building blocks, Triguna particles, the Sattva, Rajas and Tamo particles. These particles are tiny and infinite. For details, you can refer to my lectures of Brahmanda, the universe, the Panchikarana branch here. The word Tena is to be taken twice, Tena hence and Tena by Supreme God. Supreme Lord is the owner of the universe. He pervades in all. One should be content with what is given by God. One should not seek anything for anyone else, since none is dependent owner of anything. We are totally independent. Owner is Lord only. One should eschew the greed. We should not have any greed. We should not want to gather much. No, we should not. Whatever given by the Lord, whatever necessity for us, only we should take. Everything within the universe is dependent on the Supreme Lord. The universe is comprising of inanimate and animate matters. The interpretation of triple text is made in different angle by different acharyas. Among them, the Advaita class of interpretation of Saint Shankaracharya and Dvaita class of interpretation of Saint Madhwacharya. A philosophy student must study both the class of interpretation if he is really intending to know about Brahman. Then only he can move further in spiritual field. Otherwise, it will be one-sided view. So you will let him gather both interpretations. Then he decide which is best for you. We will continue this Upanishad in next class. Hare Krishna, Hare Srinivasa.